Well, welcome in Jazz Meeting, and of course here at JazzAndMore in Epe. It's the first performance in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
How come?
I have no idea. It's strange.
Yes.
I performed all around the countries all around Holland, and for some reason this is my first opportunity to actually come inside Holland and perform. So, but it's a great privilege, and I'm very happy and very lucky.
It must be the first time, but there must more follow up.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope this is the first time people take a look at me and think, okay, yes, we can have him back.
Definitely. So, can you tell me something about your musical adventure? Where did it start? When did you discover your voice, your brilliant voice?
Oh wow, thank you. I always sang. There was always music all around me. I grew up in a house where my dad used to love to play music. From the moment he woke up, he would have the radio on. He would play jazz and pop. My mum would play a lot of pop. My dad would play a lot of jazz. And when we went back to Nigeria, I was born in London. When we went back to Nigeria, there was so much music in West Africa, and that was a lot of traditional music. So there was always music in the back of my mind, but it wasn't until I left university that I realized that I wanted to be a professional musician and make my living at it. And so that's more or less how I started. I committed, I left the thing I'd studied behind and committed myself to being a musician, and I was adopted by jazz musicians. So I blended a mixture of all the things that were my influences into jazz.
A great treasure of music.
Yeah.
From all the countries,
from
all
the
cultures, and of course blending together. And so your lyrics are more profound than is that always your wish to communicate and to bring it into the world what you experience and what you want to see or whatever?
Yes, I think I always want to be honest. I want to be true to myself. I want to be in my songs. I want to be the person that I am in my life. And in my life I'm always talking about the state of the human existence, what it means to be a human being, to be emotional, to be political, to be spiritual, all of those things. So I don't want to be all of that, and then when I come to write a song, I'm just writing something simplistic or that is not genuine to who I am. So I try to find a way of expressing my true self, in the hope that if I'm genuine and honest, other people who are also genuine and honest, I'll make a quicker connection with them, because that's all music is about, really.
So it's a mission, kind of mission that you have, and
it is, yes.
And it's your talent that you can use to communicate what I already said, to and touch other people.
Completely. I think that's the purpose of music, because music is like a mystery. It's this strange thing. I produce notes from my mouth. My musicians create notes to support what I'm doing, and people move, and they cry, or they laugh, or they
wonderful.
It's like, and it's an invisible connection. There are no ropes, there are no machines connecting us. It's just these sounds motivate. So one has to, I feel like I have to respect it. It's
so you're singing and it comes back.
Yes. Yes.
About new CDs. Are they coming? Are you working?
I am, yes. I'm working on a new album right now, and I hope sometime next year it will be out.
And can you say something about the music, about the lyrics, or And the title?
I can't say anything about that yet. I know exactly what I'm writing about. It's about a very, very special connection I had with someone. And this person, you know, passed away 4 years ago. And at that point, there was very little external emotional expression from me. I've been thinking about it and analysing my connection and relationship to this person, and I'm ready to write a collection of songs that are selfishly for me to heal.
Yes, because it's kind of therapy.
It is.
Yes.
It is completely.
Wow.
Yes.
The best therapy
in the world. It is, yes. Yeah.
Who are your heroes?
Oh, there's so many of them. So many, from so many different worlds. They're great singers, just, you know, singers, people like Anita Baker, people like Ella Fitzgerald, people like Al Jarreau, Michael McDonald. So they're great voices, and then they're great songwriters. You know, people like Leonard Cohen, people like Stevie Wonder, great arrangers, people like Nelson Riddle, Quincy Jones, and then great performers. You know, people like Patti LaBelle or James Brown. Or Miles Davis, or Thelonious Monk. So different. It's almost like I draw on different people, you know, for different things. And then they're young people, new young people who are heroes. People like Jacob Collier, who I think you know has an exceptional gift. So I'm constantly drawing inspiration from anyone who seems to be doing what they're doing. You know, with the intent of being exceptional, you know, appeals to me.
What was the last CD you bought?
I haven't bought a CD in a long time because of what's happened to the music business, but people are constantly giving me CDs and records, and a lot of them are people that I work with. And I work with a gentleman called Ed Partika, or Ed Partika. He's an arranger who's also a professor of music at the University of Graz. And he's just produced an album called Hold Your Fire. And he gave it to me about 3 weeks ago. And I finally had a chance to listen to 2 of the songs yesterday, just before we left home a couple of days ago. And just, he's phenomenal. You know, he is a mixture of some of the old school Count Basie, Nelson Riddle type arrangements. A lot of fire, but also a lot of dense harmonic structure that I find very appealing.
Okay, success. When you was young, what did success mean to you, and now? There must be a
What a great question. Yes, yeah, completely different things. Success as a young man, I imagine there'd be lots of cars, lots of great party nights, lots of money, beautiful women, all of that kind of stuff, you know. And success now means writing, getting as close to writing the song that I can hear in my imagination, looking at the final thing and thinking, that's as close. You never ever get the thing you hear in your head, but if you get very, very close, if you get much closer, if I find the best connection of words and music to convey a powerful emotion, and I know now with experience that, when I sing this line, the audience is they're gonna feel a catch. If I achieve that, I always feel like, yes, I feel like a hero for 5 minutes. And then I get depressed and try again.
Yes. That wonderful feeling.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And getting more wonderful feeling with yourself.
Yes.
That's the success, the process of
completely
becoming happy.
It is, yes. And knowing that that I will continually have an opportunity to be a musician, because it's a privilege, you know. It's no one's looking for a singer. No one, you know, people need to feed their kids and go to school. They're not thinking, I'd really love to hear a soul jazz Nigerian British singer today. They don't think that. So if I get the opportunity to do what I do for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, amazing.
Okay. Well, I want to end this interview. I want to talk more and more and more with you. I think it's a perfect ending with success. I want to thank you for sharing being you.
Oh, thank you.
And the best of luck, of course. Of course, you must come back to the Netherlands. The Netherlands
absolutely.
I'd love to.
Yes. I'd love to. So, and thanks for the opportunity. You know, it's once again another privilege to have someone such as yourself. You know, who's very skilled at asking questions in the way that you do, giving me an opportunity to talk about myself.
You bring music, so we need music.
Oh, well, thank you.
And your voice. And,
thank you.
So thank you very much. The best of luck, joy, and everything. And have a great performance here in April. Although it's great, but people are waiting for a voice like you.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. We'll do the best we can.